the idea is I'm sharing with you today the power of email. You know, we look at all the different marketing tactics out there, and sometimes people get caught up in all the different options out there. And I'm not diminishing the power of social. I will do a deep dive into social next Tuesday. But today I want to focus on email because for e-commerce, 30 to 40% of your revenue is going to come from email, your email list. When it comes to coaching, 40 to 50% of your revenue is going to come from email. You cannot diminish the power of email. People still like email. They still read email, no matter what all the different options are out there with Facebook messaging, LinkedIn messaging, texting. Yes, those have value as well. And we'll dive into some of that stuff later, but you cannot ignore the huge power of email. So I'm going to dive into that. So the first question I usually get, well, Helen, how do I build my email list? I don't have much of an email list. Well, let me tell you some of the things you can do. To build your list, first of all, if you have a website, or even if you have a Facebook page, you want to be able to have a way for people to subscribe. It needs to pop up on the screen and invite people to subscribe. Now, usually for people to give information like their email, you need to give them something. There has to be a swap, okay? There has to be value given. So in order to get them to subscribe, you might want to give them 5% off their next order, 10% off their next order, 15%. You have to look at how much profit you have built in to determine what percentage you can give. If you don't want to give a percentage off, maybe there's a free gift. Maybe it's a sample, sample grouping of your products, and you want to give them that free gift. Or maybe it's a single item. And if you purchase, like if you sign up, you get this free gift. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a physical item, because remember, if you send them a free gift, then you have mailing costs, you have shipping costs. So be aware of that. You can give them free content, and this is excellent, especially for coaches, people who are authorities. You want to share your knowledge, so you want to give them value by showing them that you know your information, plus it gives them something that they can act on right away, and they'll see the value of working with you. This could be a guide. It could be a PDF that they get sent. It could be a video that they watch. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind, when they subscribe, you don't want to necessarily have that information pop up immediately. I usually like to they have to give their email, and when they send their email, you immediately have your system send them an email with the PDF or with the video. That way ensures that they are giving you an accurate email, okay? It's not valuable unless it's accurate. So the end also, when they have to go and open that email, it helps your stats, meaning like now this is not going to go to their spam. It's not going to go to their junk file. If it does go to their junk file the first time, they're going to be looking for that PDF or video, and they're going to find it in spam or junk, and they'll be like, oh, I don't want this to go to junk anymore. So it goes into their primary email. So that's how you build your list. And I cannot stress enough the value of building that list. Again, it's going to be a huge part of your revenue. You want to also make sure you look at the analytics as you start sending these emails. Look at the open rate. I like to see an open rate of around 30%. If I see 30%, I know that's a good topic, and I will likely send that topic later again in a future, reach out to them. So I keep track of my open rates. Which ones are the high open rates? Which ones get the most click-throughs? So you want to keep track of your analytics. And if you're using something like MailChimp, I've been using MailChimp for like 15 years. So it's a great software. I really like it. But there's other ones out there. And sometimes you might have one that connects to your CRM. And like right now, I'm looking at a new CRM and I'm considering using that for my email. But I've been using MailChimp for a long time. I have tons of content and templates built in. So I'm reluctant to switch at this point. Again, I've been using it for 15 years. It's very powerful. They've really developed it. They have great analytics. And you can, if your open rate is down at like 8% or 7%, that's not really a good open rate. You want to see what's happening there. Is it not the right topic? Look at your subject line. What does it say? Is it appealing? Is it really a hook to get people to open it? Do you have your keywords in there that, whatever the topic is that is hot for your audience? Is it the time of day that you sent it? Is it the day of the week you sent it? So I look back at all of my stats and I determine, okay, well, this is a good time of day for this audience, and this is a good time of day for this audience, and this day is better. So depending upon which segment I'm focusing on, I will choose different times and different days. And so you want to keep track of that for your audience. And you want to keep fine-tuning and testing different things and see what is the best open rate for you. So that is the analytics. There's also great things about email is you do not, some people talk about like, well, I don't have enough content. Well, you actually probably do, and you can repurpose content. If you have a video, you can take part of that and make it an email. If you have a blog, you can take part of that and make an email, or you could take a summary of it and link to your blog. There's lots of different ways you can do, and it doesn't have to be a long email. Sometimes people do not like to read long emails, okay? Sometimes they want that and sometimes they don't. So you can switch it up. You can have something short or you can have something long. Sometimes you want visuals in there. Sometimes you just want plain text. Try different things. See what resonates with your audience. Again, look back at that data. You can do automated email series. I love automated email series because then I don't have to feel like I have to create something new all the time. For years, Natural Zing has been using email, and it is our primary marketing source. And we have consistently come out with once a week email for our retail audience. Now, we've started to do a little bit more. We're starting to test which other days might be better. And so we keep tweaking this. We keep revising. And our wholesale list gets a different time during the week and a different time of day. So they get something completely different. And then we have segments that we target at different times, at different days. So, but I'm going to go back to automated email series. This is great because instead of saying, oh, I have to make sure I get out of email today, your automated series will automatically send stuff depending upon the actions of what that person did. For example, I have a welcome series for all of my segments. And when they first sign up, they get an email. And then maybe a week later, they get another email. And then a week later, they get another email. So it's guiding them. I try to think of their journey that they're on. If it's a journey towards health, where are they in their journey towards health? If it's a new wholesale customer, I'm going to guide them and give them ideas on why it's beneficial to work with Natural Zing. So I'm going to share, sometimes it's a case study, sometimes it's just different things that I know that will resonate with that audience, but it automatically goes out. I also, when somebody purchases, I have a series for them that it automatically says, hey, your order, thank you for the order, your order should be on its way. And then it'll reach out again a week later. Hey, how did you like your product? Could you give us a review? And then eventually, if they haven't ordered again, because my system is watching to see if they've ordered again, and if they haven't ordered by a certain number of days, then it reaches out with a coupon. and say, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. How about 10% off your next order? And they get a coupon code that they can use. These just automatically go out, and they can be happening while I'm sleeping, while I'm working on something else, while I'm coaching, while I'm shipping out orders, whatever I'm doing. When I'm playing with my kids, they're just automatically, going out. So if you've set that up correctly, they're reaching out for you, and they really work. We get great sales and conversion rates with those series. So I highly recommend that. And again, you can have a series based on targeting. And I do want to highlight targeting very much. If you know a certain segment that you're focused on is a certain topic is going to resonate with them, you can make sure that you target them. You will get a much higher open rate and a much higher click-through rate and purchase conversion. A good example, when we get our Peruvian olives in, when they get back in stock, automatically the system sends out, hey, I just want to let you know that the Peruvian olives are back in stock. Boom, that really works. Those open rates for those targeted customers who have ordered Peruvian olives, because I can set up MailChimp to say, anybody who's ordered these types of olives, send them this email. And I get great open rates, great conversions, and it works beautifully. And I do that with several other products that are really hot. And as soon as they come back in stock, boom, an email goes out and say, hey, I want you to be the first to know that this has come back in stock. I know you love them. And we get great sales. So you can do a lot of targeting based on that. And I even use it on the consulting side. So sometimes I'm targeting health coaches, sometimes I'm targeting cafe owners. And it's depending upon who I'm targeting, the message is catered to them. And it speaks to their needs, the problems they're trying to solve, and offering solutions. So just want to highlight how important it is to build your email list and be consistent in reaching out. If you need help figuring out how to get all this set up, I'm here for you. You can reach out to me. You can DM me. You can call Natural Zing and ask for Helen, or email Natural Zing and ask for Helen. So I'm around here to help you get your marketing in place.